Hello, welcome back to Jack's FSX videos. Today for episode 15 of the ongoing series, I'm going to be showing you what to do when you have an engine failure after takeoff. This first takeoff just here is a normal takeoff. And just to explain about the technical issues, I will be releasing 5 episodes of the ongoing series today. That's episode 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 14's already been released. This is now the second episode of the day. So then 16, 17 and 18 will be released soon. So this first example is an engine failure literally a few seconds after takeoff. So when you take off, you're into the air, and then a few seconds later the engine cuts out. Now if you've got dual engines, or even more than that, maybe 3 or 4, and you're on a commercial aircraft, it's fine when one or two engines fail. If you've got at least 3, it's okay. If you've got 2, so if one fails, then that's fine. You can easily make a landing anywhere. But if you've only got one engine, it fails, and it's just after you take off, the best thing to do is just to land on the same runway. Just go back down, put all your flaps out, and make sure you land level and don't hit the ground facing forwards. So otherwise that will crash the aircraft if you've got your realism settings on. In my next example, it's more of the common sort of engine failure option that has to be taken. So it's once you're in the air, flying about a bit, and you then have an engine failure. It's about maybe 3 or 4 minutes after takeoff, but this option can be used an hour after takeoff, a few hours, wherever you are. So you're flying in the air, and then your only engine cuts down. Or even if it's one of 2 or one of 3 or one of 4 engines that cut down, you have to first find the runway, the nearest airport that there is. So in this instant, the engine cut off about 3 minutes after takeoff. So my nearest airport would obviously be the same airport that I took off from. So this is Dublin Airport. So you have to immediately make a turn towards that airport and to the nearest runway that you can land on. So this is actually the shortest runway for Dublin. This runway isn't actually open anymore. It closed a few years ago. But in this case, for Flight Simulator, this is the nearest and best runway to land on. So you just got to remember to stay as high as you can, and not coming too slow. So not put down too much flaps, and just remember to come in level when you land and touch down carefully. And then do all the braking that you can, and reverse thrusters or anything. And in my final example is a much more unusual way of landing an aircraft after an engine failure. It's when you after takeoff, maybe about 5 minutes into takeoff, and it's a one-engine aircraft where you cannot make it to the nearest runway or airport, so you're forced to land on a field or something. So when you're just in the air, pilots do have to be aware anyway of just looking for any space that you can land on, even if your engine hasn't failed. That's what you have to do if you're on a one-engine aircraft. Just be generally aware. So in this case, this was pretty much the nearest biggest field that I could land on. So I just came down pretty quickly on a rapid descent to get down to it, and on this occasion I did actually hit the ground a little bit too hard. The second time that I land is more of the approach that should be done. Just here, this is more of the glide down to the field that you should be doing. So thanks for watching this episode, episode 15, episode 16, 17, 18 are all being released today, and 14 was landing at St. Bart's. So episode 16 is flying around Mount Everest. So that'll be out just now. So thanks for watching. If you want to know anything about after engine failure options or see this episode in a bigger aircraft, commercial aircrafts, then you can leave a comment. Thanks for watching.